What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Hard Count alongside my co-host CJ. What's going on today, brother?
What's going on, bro? Happy Tuesday.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes. You know the vibes out here every Tuesday. CJ, listen, I said this in the little pre-show. I'm gonna have to get some of my boys to pull up because CJ making me look like I got no friends out here, bro. And I already know I'm waiting for the snarky comments in the section right now, especially from Alex, because I already saw him comment, so I know one's coming. But I gotta have to get some of my boys to pull up. So why don't you introduce us to the squad?
I got my guy. It's the second appearance on the episode. Eli Rodriguez, Eagle fan, NFL analyst. We all analysts, man. And then I got my guy Quan Williams, aka Quando.
That's good, yeah.
Giants fan.
Yes, sir.
Terrible.
Oh man, we got an Eagles. And what's your favorite team, bro?
I'm a Patriots fan, bro.
I mean, see, CJ been a Patriots fan. I've been, me and CJ go way back, like 13 years now. You feel me? So I always rub it in about Eli to him. You feel me?
See, bro, I knew this was coming.
Tom Brady's
bro.
my favorite quarterback of all time, though.
Yo, you know I gotta rep Brady, bro.
TB.
Connie's only friend is Nan, bro. Shout out Nan though. I wouldn't be who I was without Nan. Come on, son.
Yeah.
We know this.
That's
Right?
Mace? Oh man,
It was goody. It was goody.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Of course. Before we get into the shenanigans, I'll say for this episode, I gotta thank the sponsor. So if you're into the betting world, make sure you go over to mybookie.ag. Use code UR700. It will double your first deposit of $2,000. Listen. NBA's around. We got hockey, fights happening all the time. Baseball. Listen, if you want to bet on spring training baseball, you can do that as well. But the actual season will start up April 1st. So if you are into betting, make sure you check out my bookie. USN 100 doubles your first deposit. Then, of course, head over to RxHemp, RxHemp-USN. Saves you 10% on your entire order. They got CBD creams. All us New York fellas know the snow was brutal, bro. So if you a little sore from shoveling all day, get some RX hemp, you'll feel brand new in the morning. Nice little pain relief. Then head over to the Patreon. I'll do the Patreon. Head over to the Patreon. We are on Patreon. Just type in Unwrapped Sports. $1 supports the team. $5 you get entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway. You get 10% off the store, and you also get entered. You are also in our Discord chat where you can talk to all of us. Be a little member of the Unwrapped fam. And then $10 a month, you get all those benefits except 10% goes to 20, and you get entered into a signed jersey giveaway. I don't know if we announced the winner of the Keenan Allen jersey. I am not 100% positive, but I do know if we didn't, it's probably soon. And the jersey for this month is David Montgomery. So, once again, if you're a little Bears fan, want a nice little signed jersey, make sure $10 tier, that's what you can win. And then last, but certainly not least, of course, head over to Teespring, teespring.com/store/unwrapped. Check out the store. We work hard on it. Unwrapped has its merch. All the shows that you love and watch every week have their merch as well. I know the Hard Count has it. Generational Sports, Backstop Banter, Saturday Standouts, Ladies First, Keeping It Blunt. The list goes on and on, to say the least. So make sure you check that out. We got Alex. Nan is under investigation from the DEA for moving bricks through her chicken cutlets. Bro, let me tell you something. Nan don't need to move bricks through the chicken cutlets because the chicken cutlets are the bricks, bro.
It's tough out here, man.
Bro, I Ben told her to open up a restaurant. She just won't do it. She won't do it. I could be sitting on millions of dollars right now, but I guess not. That's why Caleb orders those chicken cutlets by the truckload. Hey, listen, you gotta make that money out here somewhere. Yeah. All right, but listen,
it's crazy.
We got a little fun thing to start the show off with. Everybody talks about the NFL all the time, blah blah. But no, we're gonna do a little differently. We're gonna start doing this every week. I got it this week. If CJ ever wants to, make a little top 5 list as well, he can do it. But I got a top 5 list right here. Hold on. Let me pull it up, make sure I'm all right. Top 5 players who left their original team. Now, this could be I basically went at it at the end of their career. So, you can think that way. But I got 1 through 5 right here. And I'm not going to read it off because I want this to be fun. I want it to be interactive. So I want you guys to take your guesses. You can throw them out. We can go in order any way you want. Top 5 players who left their original team. So you know what, CJ? We'll start with you. And listen, like I said, you guys just want to yell out names, go ahead.
I mean Brady, obviously.
Okay, Tom Brady is number 1.
That's the lob, right?
Listen. 20 years in New England. Nobody expected it to come to an end, but it did. So, Tom Brady at the number 1 spot.
Man. Any y'all want to guess? Top 5 surprises?
I mean, Tom Brady has to be number 1. If you throw Brady up there, you have to throw Gronk, one of the greatest tight ends. He came back from
Gronk did not make the list.
Wow. If anything, I'd say, I mean, I might be biased, but when Brian Dawkins left Philly.
Brian Dawkins also did not make the list.
That's a sleeper.
I thought about it. I thought about it. Didn't make the list, though.
Forgot about B-Dog. Quan, what
Come
you
on.
Brady, Brian Dawkins.
Yo, we got some big names on here, boys. I'll say this, obviously. This should be obvious, but, they're all NFL players since it is football.
Yeah.
Just making sure you guys realize that.
JJ Swat.
JJ did not make the list, but he did inspire it. He did inspire the list. Who?
T.O.?
T.O. did not make the list.
Wow, a lot of sleepers.
I'm gonna go E Reed.
He did not make the list either.
Wow, Reed didn't make the list.
Yo, listen. Here, you guys might be a little upset with me, but when you hear the names on this list, you'll understand. You will understand.
When he left the Cowboys,
what about Charles Woodson?
Also did not make it.
It's tough. Yeah, when he left the Ravens, when he left the Ravens and went to the Texans, I did not expect that.
I'm gonna be real. You guys are gonna have to think old school, but they're all names you know. I didn't go crazy.
I'll go Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith is number 2 on the list. Obviously, we all know him with the Cowboys. I think everybody forgets that man was an Arizona Cardinal.
Okay, I'm gonna go Montana.
Joe Montana is number 4.
I was going to say
played that year with the Chiefs, led him to a AFC Championship game. He is number 4. So we got 1, 2, and 4. We got 2 more. I'll give you a hint. One's a quarterback. One is a wide receiver.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is number 5. Jerry Rice, all those years with the 49ers, had a little stint with the Raiders, and I believe another team, but definitely a weird sight to see him play somewhere else. We got number 3. This one, I don't know if you guys will get this one. I'll be proud if you guys get this one.
So that's a quarterback, right?
It is a quarterback.
It's old school?
Brett Favre.
It is not Brett Favre. That's a good one. Brett Favre is like number 6 probably for me.
Favre.
But he just went to so many teams,
I'm gonna say Peyton.
Peyton did not make it.
Or Vic.
Vic also did not make it.
That's a good one.
I thought about Vic. I did think about Vic.
Low-key forgot about Vic. Yeah. That's a good one.
Let's see.
Quarterback?
Yes, sir.
This
is definitely the oldest player. This is the oldest player by far.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
He is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Joe Namath.
No.
Oh.
Troy Aikman?
Nah.
I
don't think Troy ever left.
They played with the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
The Cowboys. Yeah, that's tough. It's old school.
Damn.
McNabb.
All right. You guys want it?
Yeah.
Johnny Unitas.
Wow.
This man ended up actually ending his career with the Chargers. Which honestly, I did not even realize until I made this list that actually happened.
Wow.
So do we have beef with the list? Now that you know all, I'll go back over it. Number 1, Tom Brady. 2, Emmitt Smith. 3, Johnny Unitas. 4, Joe Montana. 5, Jerry Rice. We got beef or what?
No beef.
That's a good list.
All right. Cool. Listen, we 1 for 1 so far. Then I didn't get yelled at. Nothing. I love it.
I had Emmitt Smith, I had Brady, Emmitt Smith at 2. I had Ed Reed at 3. Adrian Peterson 4. When he went from the Saints, from the Vikings to the Saints, and I had Darrelle Revis from the Jets to the
Ooh.
Buccaneers at 5. Yeah, that was a shocker.
It was. So, listen, good list. I like it. I like where we heading. Next week we'll have a different one too. We're gonna play this game all over again. CJ, if you wanna come up with the list next week, I'll try to guess. We'll see how things goes. We'll talk.
I got you.
But all right, we'll move it on to the actual NFL conversations then. And we will start it off with, the biggest news that came out so far. Just your guys' reaction to J.J. Watt heading on over to the Cardinals. CJ, we'll start it off with you.
It was a surprise. I definitely you sort of heard about the other teams that were interested in him: the Colts, the Browns, the Titans. Obviously, Green Bay. Him being from Wisconsin sounded like a good fit. They need somebody. They can never use enough edge rushers. But Cardinals. I think he went for a challenge. Obviously, they gave him a lot of bread, $23 million guaranteed. Division is tough. 49ers should be healthy next year. The Rams got Matthew Stafford. So the Cardinals, they got a ways to go, but they got a really good D line right now. You add him and Chandler Jones in the last decade, definitely two of the best pass rushers. So, I think it was I was surprised. So it adds the expectations for Arizona now. I mean, you get one of the best players in the league, and they were a couple games away from really getting a playoff berth. They kind of played lackadaisical towards the end of the season, so they lost that that playoff spot. So now D Hop, Watt, Jones coming back after the bicep injury. I mean, the bowl has to be the goal.
Quanda, we're moving on to you then.
Why? That when I saw that, I was just like, why? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, okay, on paper, yeah, it makes sense. If you think about it on paper, Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt, okay, two of the best edge rushers for the last 9 years. I got the most sacks. Like, okay, cool. J.J. Watt is also known for being hurt the last 5 years. Last 5 years, he missed 32 games. It's kind of a drag in a way. I like it because it adds more. It gives the Cardinals more of a reason to be winning instead of looking to improve improve slowly. I feel like this year coming up, they should be able to actually compete and not lose games in the fourth quarter, which they did towards the end of the season. So I say yeah. I say yeah, it's a good pickup.
Eli, what you got?
For one, I feel sorry for Deshaun, seeing his old teammates reunite in Arizona. Another person I also feel sorry for is Russell Wilson. It's just it's kind of tough, seeing all those pass rushers come in his division. But J.J. Watt is still he's still a top tier defensive lineman. I mean, you still have to respect his game. I mean, I remember when the Texans and Patriots were going to play, they had Brady dropping back, and they were trying to swat him with like tennis rackets. That's how big J.J. Watt's hands are. So it's just like that type of presence is going to be big for Arizona defensively, and hopefully they'll make the playoffs this year. I'm calling it. They're making the playoffs.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of in between. If this is prime JJ Watt and this is the money you're giving him and this is the situation, it's not even a question. Like you're obviously making this deal, like it would be considered a great deal. It obviously isn't. Yeah, the injuries are the issues. Quando, he brought it up as well. Missed a lot of games. I mean, he did stay healthy this past year. He played all 16 games. I mean, you look at his numbers; they were definitely down from what you expect from the name of JJ Watt. I think he only had 5 sacks. Now, I also take that with a grain of salt as well, though, because, his last good season was 2 years ago. I believe it was 2018, because 2019 he was hurt. 2018 he played all 16 games as well, though. I believe he ended up having like 16 and a half sacks. I believe that was the last time he played with Clowney. So, he didn't have anybody else on this defense to really, focus on. And I'm not saying that even if he did, he would be putting up 20 sacks like, Defensive Player of the Year Watt, but I think he's getting more than 5. Because at this point, it's the same thing. It's the same thing in life. Listen, we can all walk fine right now. When we get older, we might need a cane. Like, listen, J.J. Watt is a little older right now. He needs a little help. Like, he can't, do the things.
Is he 32?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's funny you say that. Because yesterday I looked up his name. And just to find out his age, and he was like 31 and 344 days, because it like tells you the days next to his name. So he's 345 now, but he'll be 32 going into the season. He's had his injuries, but I don't think they're anything. I mean, they are kind of major too, though, because it has been his back and things like that. But I still like the deal, like you said, and I'll kind of transition it into the next part of the conversation as well. Is how good is this pass rush duo now? Because now it's Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. And, me and CJ, I know we definitely miss Chandler Jones on the Patriots defense. I believe he led the league in sacks a couple years ago. So we could have used some pass rush. I'll say that. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But so it's kind of a double-edged sword in a good way almost, which is the rare occasion, because now you're taking pressure off of Jones and you're taking pressure off of Watt. They're on opposite sides. If you're going to double one of them, that obviously means the other one is fine. The other one is in a one-on-one situation, which they're obviously more likely to win. So I kind of like it. Like I said, if this deal is made at like $7 to $9 million a year, I would have said this is a home run, but 15 and a half, it's steep. Like, it really is steep, but
so he got 17 last year, right?
Mil?
Yeah.
I
from
honestly,
Houston.
I couldn't be sure on that.
No, I'm saying he did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I'm saying he got
1-year deal.
It's with the Cardinals.
No, I'm talking about
with the Texans.
That was from the 5-year. That was the end of the 5 year. Okay. That was end of the 5
listen,
year.
he technically is taking a pay cut, but he was still chasing the bag realistically. Like, if he wanted to really get that ring, like I thought he was going to try to do. I thought he got his money and everything like that. I thought he was going to go ring chase, and I wouldn't have blamed him for that either. Take a lesser deal. But hey, listen, money was still important to him, and I don't think it's crazy to say the Cardinals are not that bad of a team either. Like, they're in a tough division, absolutely, but they're not a bad team. But what do you think, Quanta? We'll start it off with you. So, what do you think, where they rank it in the pass rush duo type of thing? They top 5, top 3, top 10, terrible? What do you think?
I'll say top 10. I ain't gonna say top 5. I'll say top 10.
All right. That's fair. It is. CJ?
I mean, you got to go. I mean, you still got Bosa and Ingram.
That's the best one to me.
You got Barrett and JPP if they're able to keep both of those guys. They got to be up there. Yeah, they're not just because of I just feel like just because of their durability for both guys. I mean,
and they're both old.
Chandler's 31, and like you said, Watt's about to be 32. So it's tough. I mean, you don't want to put any trash linemen on them. Just expect them to just like get pancaked. Like that. If you do that, then you're sadly mistaken. But I would say top 10, probably in the bottom 10. Kind of just got to see it, to see how it works. I think obviously Chandler Jones is still going to be able to. He's a beast. He's a beast out that outside linebacker position. So it's going to be tough to stop him. But like I said, Watt. Watt like I saw Corey, he put, Watt's not one of the best players in the league anymore. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that when offenses every week, you still got a game plan for him at the end of the day. You can't just not game plan for him. If he's on the field, he's gonna disrupt the plays with the pass deflections. You've seen them turn pass deflections and interceptions into touchdowns. You've seen him do it in the regular season. You've seen him do it in the playoffs. So, he's still scary from that aspect. So that's something you got to scheme for as an offense every Sunday. So, and then like I said, you had a guy like Chandler Jones, as we know, was definitely been a beast ever since he came out of Syracuse. So, like I said, I put him in that bottom 10. It could be higher towards the end of the season. We'll see. They got a lot of quarterbacks to feast from.
Listen, I'll do this. I'll make it easier for everybody. I'm gonna rank. I'm gonna read off CBS's list. This was going into 2020, and not obviously after the season, but this was going into the season. This is their top 10 list for the pass rush duos. Number 10, they had Shaq Barrett and JPP. They're not better than them.
That was at 10. They had them at 10.
Yeah, that's going. Like I said, this is going into the season, so I guess things would change. Mm-hmm. Number 9, they had Myles Garrett and Vernon. I would say they're still better. Myles Garrett and Vernon are better.
Forgot about Olivier Vernon,
bro. Myles Garrett and
Myles Garrett. You hate because you a Giant fan. Because you a Giant fan, you hate.
I'm not even hating on him because he didn't do shit.
Nah, he really did. That's what I'm saying. I forgot about him, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who's better right now, Clowney or Watt?
Wow.
Watt.
Bro, that's honestly a tough question for me.
That's a good question, bro.
I feel like Clowney dropped off the face of the planet.
Watt. Yeah.
He got hurt in Tennessee, right? He didn't even play.
So
he went to the Titans and didn't even play. I'm gonna go JJ.
I think I'd go Watt. I think I'd go Watt. Like, who would I want for the long term is probably Clowney. Like, obviously he's younger. He still has more to do. But I think like you said, right now, I think I'd go Watt. So
I'll go Watt right now. All right, who was 8?
8, we had Von Miller and Chubb.
Oh, I was gonna say that Von Miller and JJ Watt are kind of in the same position. They're both starting to get older. They're starting to. Von Miller's production kind of dropped off. But you still have to respect his game because he dominated the league at one point before Aaron Donald showed up on the scene and just started making people wonder rushing from the middle is better than edge rushing, So, because that man demands a lot of respect, and he's rushing from D tackle, which is pretty much harder because you're multiple guys blocking you. So, the edge, Von Miller's production dropped last year. Him and JJ Watt I don't know. I see them like hand in hand right now. A couple years ago, I would have picked Von. But
all right, but I think right now I'd still pick Von and Chubb over them.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, all 4 of those guys got.
Yeah, they're just
yeah.
Von just got a major injury though.
Chubb played last year, right?
I think he was hurt in the beginning of the year. Von didn't play at all though.
Right, I know he tore his pec. Yeah, he tore his pec. Yeah.
Well, all right. Number 7, they have T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree.
Yep. Yeah, I'll put them over.
I'm taking TJ. 6, they had Cam Jordan and Marcus Davenport.
Davenport, he was solid. He fell off a little bit, but Cam is still a
Cam's still good. I think I'd still take them. See, this one, they lost me on this one. They have number 5 at DeMarcus Lawrence and Everson Griffin.
Oh,
that was
kinda.
I think I would take Chandler. I would take Jones and Watt over them.
Because he kind of fell off as well.
The Cowboys, right?
Yeah, that's for the Cowboys.
Definitely.
Especially good. DeMarcus Lawrence got that contract and ran to the bank and then didn't run back onto the field.
He got paid.
He got comfortable.
Number 4, they have Bosa and Ingram. We've all said that's not better. Right. Number 3, they have Mack and Robert Quinn.
I feel like Mack holds that more than.
Yeah, Mack.
No, absolutely.
He's pulling that weight heavy. So
definitely. Robert Quinn on the Rams, okay, but now.
Yeah. So would you take Jones and Watt over them?
The only reason I'll
surprise some people. I think I would.
The only reason I take Mack is because all the field he could cover. Like, he could be everywhere. He's in every play. Like when they had all those picks, I think it was the last season. He was in every play. He was in every play. So I don't know the way Khalil Mack could cover a field or that field. I think that's
Bro, here's my thing. I think people don't understand how good Chandler Jones is too, though.
Nah,
that man had
he could drop back into coverage. So I've seen him drop back into coverage.
Chandler Jones had like 20 and a half sacks, easy money on a Cardinals team where he was the only person who knew what a quarterback looked like.
100%.
So, and then we got Corey pulled up with the stats, of course. Watt was double teamed at the highest rate in the NFL last year, which makes sense. It's unclear if the Watt signing means Arizona won't re-sign Hassan Reddick, 13 sacks. But if we were here, come back and Watt, Reddick, and Chandler Jones would vault the Cardinals pass rush into top 3 consideration. They were 8th in adjusted sack rate last season while playing aggressive man coverage on the back end.
Yeah, their cap is a little restricted now that they signed JJ. I think they're at 17 right now. So and then you got Patrick Peterson. You got to.
I think they're gonna let him walk.
They're gonna let him walk.
Yeah, they're probably gonna. Yeah, you got Patrick Peterson. So if they re-sign Reddick, like Corey alluded to, that's pretty formidable right there in that front.
That's what I kind of figure out. I kind of feel like the Cardinals are gonna do too. They're gonna cut Patrick Peterson and draft the safety, or draft
corner or DB. Yeah,
corners to go with them ends.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they gotta go young on that back end.
Yeah, they'll draft a cornerback. Corey thinks Reddick is probably gone. Listen, like I said, I think you got to make Reddick, obviously a priority. I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to make the space for him, but I would definitely try hard to. But I like what Corey said though. Like I said before, there was nobody else on the Texans that was getting pressure, and Watt was double teamed the highest rate last 30%.
Reddick's the dude that got chased down by DK, right?
Yes, sir.
That's Buda Baker.
Oh, yeah, yes, that was
Buda Baker. That's Buda Baker.
You're right. Hassan's a linebacker, I believe.
Right. Yeah, he's a linebacker.
All right, and then we'll go to the top 2 for this list as well. They had Daniil Hunter and Yannick Ngakoue. You can't even say that anymore because Ngakoue's not on the Vikings anymore. And then number 1, they had Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead. Both of them are young. I'm not taking Jones and Watt over them. So
also coming off the ACL, yeah.
So what? Chandler?
I mean,
he's
still young though.
In like the 9-10 position.
Yeah, Bosa's like a young Watt.
Absolutely, bro. Bosa is an animal.
Which one?
They had a quarterback.
Nick Bosa on the Niners. Yeah, I like his game.
Both.
So what? We got Chandler and Watt at like 10. That's fair. I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Basically, yeah. I feel like 8 to 10. Yeah.
On paper, it's a match made in heaven.
I like it. CJ, you wanna?
Yeah, let's talk about the guy that's going to be running for his life, Russell Wilson. It's been a weird offseason for the Seahawks. Just definitely for Russell. He's usually been pretty PC his entire career. Really kept it professional, and the media asking questions. Never gave them any type of leeway to try to figure out what's going on in his mental. Now, this offseason, obviously the Dan Patrick interview a few weeks ago started talking about how he was unhappy with the offense and him getting hit a lot. And then obviously the known stat we got, he's been sacked about 40 times in his 9-year career on average. So now, last week, Adam Schefter reported he doesn't want to get traded, but if he were to get traded, he would want to go to the Bears, the Cowboys, the Saints,
and the Raiders.
So that's like saying like I want to be with my girl, but
it's like
this is what I said.
If I didn't, hear these other
this is exactly how I said it last week. This is how I said this is like me and CJ doing this show. But if somebody else came up and was like, yo, I want to replace CJ, I was like, listen, CJ, I didn't want to, but I mean, I think I kind of had to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that was weird when Schefter tweeted that coming from his agent. So that's coming from the source, really. That means they've had conversations.
That could be a top 5 list in itself, bro. I know what number 1's gonna be.
Oh yeah, well, the debacle.
So yeah, but
the debacle for sure. Shout out Malcolm Butler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out Malcolm Butler. But yeah, I'll start with Eli. What's your thoughts on Russell Wilson? In this dilemma going on in Seattle. Do you think he's gonna stay? You think it's like, the media's hyping it up too much? And if he were to leave, which one of those 4 teams that he picked would be the best fit?
First of all, I feel like the media is hyping it up. It's like, but I do believe there is some truth about it. Like, when those rumors went around about Kobe seeking for a trade, it's kind of like the same situation. There's not help being added to the team, because the Seahawks were a dominant force. Remember LOB, stuff like that. And I think him losing in the playoffs or whatever kind of, I guess it took a shot to his confidence, and confidence in the team and the ownership of the team that, like, they just left that man out to die. He's running for his life every game, basically. He can't always, DK is amazing, and the addition of Jamal Adams was okay, but besides that, it's just like, what are we took a couple steps back because they were in winnable games, and they just kind of shit the bed. So I do not want to see him on the Cowboys, even though that would be
Please no.
that would be disgusting. I wouldn't even want to be an Eagles fan. But a team I say he'd go to, that I'd like to see him go to, Saints. Man, the Saints would be that'd be my number one option if I want to be traded. Is the Saints, great running back, great wide receiver. The defense is pretty good, So I think if he does get a choice, the Saints is it, especially with Drew Brees' retirement, up in the air right now. Because I know you guys seen his video of him working out, running and stuff. So we kind of don't.
Gotta train that wet noodle.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, is the city of New Orleans gonna be? I guess they're gonna be in Drew Brees' corner because it's about time to, he calls it. You feel me? I don't know that only 20-yard passes. He can't throw a deep ball. So slant king, slant thrower king. You feel me?
Slant boy.
That's Michael Thomas right there.
Yeah, slant king, slant thrower. You feel me? That's what he throws. It's like, Drew Brees is reaching that time in his life where basically it's like Eli. You gotta stop playing for stats. Just call it quits. So,
Quan, what do you think, bro?
I want to see him go to Vegas.
Why? What's in Vegas? Tell me why.
Because the Raiders haven't won a thing in so long, bro. I would like to see that. Plus, they got a new stadium. Mm-hmm. Plus, that's Russell Wilson. Like, honestly, I would love for him to come to the Giants.
He's gonna be running from his life, and
you got Danny Dimes, bro. You don't need that.
That was gonna happen like 3 years ago, but he was like, nah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Everyone wanted to move back to New York, but
the Future said no. Future was gonna write a diss track on Russ, bro.
Got a couple already. Future hot, no problem. But nah, yeah, I would like to see him go to Vegas. Like, I feel like the Raiders have I feel like the Raiders are like a Lamborghini, and the keys are just right there. Even though they don't have the big names, I feel like the foundation-wise of the team is there. I feel like their line is good too. They got some big, John Gruden don't play around like they have him. Yeah, that big guys on the line, like good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, I'd like to see him go to the Raiders. That would be something different. That would be a shot, even though it probably won't happen. But I see him going to the Raiders, or like it's probably the Saints. If Drew Brees actually retires, who knows? Comes back every year.
Yeah, I think I kind of want him. If I had him order it, I think I would go with the Saints, Raiders, Bears, and then Cowboys. Listen. I don't even have hate from the Cowboys because I'm, like a fan of anybody in that division, but they're just annoying. So I can't have them succeed. And I actually like Russ, so I want him to succeed as well. So, but I think the Saints would be fun. I will, you obviously would have a solid defense like Eli said, and then, I think it'd be super fun to see, Russell Wilson, Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas. I mean, I don't know how much more talent you really have to put around them for them to be.
You don't think Seattle would ask for at least one of those guys?
I think if they did, he's not getting traded there anyway. I think those are the only two people that they wouldn't trade. I think everybody else is. I think Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan. I think everybody else on the team is there, and then those are your two untouchables. But you never know. So I like that. I also really do like the Raiders though, because they're kind of an underrated team. Like you said, Quando. It's you have Josh Jacobs there. You have Aguilar there, who finally learned how to catch something, like that guy from Philly said.
Crazy.
He looked good. They just drafted Henry Ruggs, so if he can turn into something, that'll be good too. They re-signed Tyrell Williams to a nice little contract. Obviously, they have Darren Waller over there. I mean, it's not a bad fit if you're like, there are worse places to be than Las Vegas. And we've kind of clowned John Gruden. I said this yesterday on Gen Z that we kind of clowned John Gruden for from probably the beginning of his contract deal when he started making all those trades. But if you look back on it,
how many years did he get?
He got 10 years, $100 million.
So you got the decade.
How many years in? 3?
This is
I think this is year 3.
4.
Is it?
It's almost 4, right?
Yeah, it might be. Honestly,
if you don't win by 6, by 5.
Yeah, but like that's the thing.
This is it, bro. This is the year right here. Yeah, go ahead.
I think we clowned him too early because he was coming from the booth. He was loud and eccentric and all these things. But you look back at the trades, like he traded Mack, but he got Josh Jacobs, Crosby in that. I can't remember who the safety is that they also drafted.
Jonathan Abrams.
Yes, I believe they got Jonathan Abrams because of the trade as well. So like he's turned that trade into solid pieces. And if you can now take the pieces that you built up through the draft, maybe trade some of your draft capital away to get somebody like Russ. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to in a way. He's there for the taking. And, a team that's not on his list, and I don't know if Russell has a no trade clause. So I don't know. I don't know if he does. But if he doesn't, the team that's not on his list, bro, it's the Jets. And as much as I hate that, obviously, there is no team in the NFL that is more prepared to trade for any player in the NFL than the Jets. They have every single thing that you could possibly want right now, besides actual talent. But they have a whole lot. They have a lot of draft capital. They have the second pick this year. They have another first-round pick. They can obviously offer up future first-round picks. If they want to go the quarterback route, trading for Deshaun or Russ, they can give you Sam Darnold, which a lot of people, I'm not one of them, have a lot of faith in and blame most of it on Adam Gase. So they have a whole lot that they can offer up. So I know it's not on the list, but if he has a no trade clause, or if he doesn't have a no trade clause, I should say, and any team can trade for him.
He doesn't have a no trade clause.
I mean, I feel like he would if he would make a tweet like, "I'm gonna either go to one of these 4 teams." He probably does.
I mean, see, here's the thing. I feel like a lot of players do that because, like, then if you don't do it, the team kind of looks bad because you're supposed to respect players on their way out and things like that. But I'm going to look it up. But CJ, if you want to take it away, because I know you had some things while I check this.
Yeah, so at first I thought it was a media thing. I thought the media was just trying to hype it up and okay, I need something to talk about throughout the week, slow weeks or whatever. But then Adam Schefter dropped a tweet from his agent. So that's, like I said, that's
okay. He does have it.
He does. Okay. So yeah. And he dropped a tweet from his agent. So I was like, all right. So it seems serious in a way. I just feel like he's just frustrated. I think he's just using his leverage, using his power in terms of having a voice. Got his podcast now. Like I said, now he's out more in the open. Being with Sierra, being in a public relationship. So I think he's using his leverage to try to let Seattle know we gotta still fix some things. He obviously knows the division. That division is extremely tough. I feel like ever since they traded Max Unger for Jimmy Graham, I feel like that's when that O line started to take a big toll. When they had Unger there, when they had obviously LOB like Eli alluded to earlier, they had a great O line and they were able to run the ball, play action, do a multitude of things with the receivers that they had. But now I just feel like they have to be able to protect him. Yes, he has a play in that because he is a mobile QB, but for him saying that he wants protection, that's him. He actually in that interview, which a lot of people don't talk about, in that interview with the Impact, he talked about how he could do a better job and not running around and stay in the pocket more. Their running back situation has really been inconsistent since Marshawn Lynch. Since Marshawn Lynch, they haven't had a healthy guy. They had Hyde, they had P. Ryan, Carson, a whole multitude of guys haven't been able to figure it out in the backfield. So obviously got two stud wideouts. DK's good. DK's he's on his way for sure. Some catches. Sometimes he drops the simple catches, but he can make the big time plays. Like that game against the Cowboys when Trayvon Diggs, he had the touchdown. Trayvon Diggs just that's just a young player mistake, but he's very talented. That in terms of any one of these teams that he chose, I think the Raiders would probably be a good fit. Just it would give that division. That'd be an exciting division. I've obviously got Justin Herbert on the Chargers, Mahomes on the Chiefs, and if the Raiders are able to get Russell Wilson, I mean that's tough. That's a tough out. You would probably suspect that two or three of those teams, depending on how the Chargers progress, will be in the playoffs with the type of quarterback play that they have. Derek Carr, still a really good quarterback. It's just that, is there a ceiling? Does he have a ceiling as a QB? Is he in that close to Russell Wilson range, or is he in that Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins range? I think right now it's like we still don't really know yet. He still makes some pretty good plays here and there, completion. But I think he had a career year last year. But then it's just moments where he kind of dips off. So Gruden, he's given Gruden and Mayock, they've given a lot of praise to Carr, but obviously Russell Wilson is better than him. So that situation where to present itself, that'd probably be the best fit for Seattle if they want to get some type of consistency under center. If they were to ever trade Russell Wilson and get a guy like Derek Carr as your quarterback, he's on a friendly contract. You're not paying him as much as you're paying Russell. So I think that'd be a good spot. Cowboys obviously it's like the Madden pick, with the talent that they have on in the backfield. Zeke had like 2 down years, but he should pick it up. And then you got CeeDee Lamb, who's a young, exciting receiver, Michael Gallup, and Amari Cooper. So if he was able to go there, that in the division, that it's like, what is that? Like, what is that? What is that division? So
winnable ain't the word.
Yeah, that's 6-0 in the division easily. If he went to the Cowboys, no disrespect to my guys, but I mean, yeah, I know. It would be tough for y'all. It would be tough for y'all if he was to go to Dallas. And it'll be a similar thing, in terms of getting a quarterback in return, getting a guy like Dak in return on Seattle's point of view if they were to trade for him. But the thing for Dallas is I don't think they're in a tricky. We'll talk about. We're going to talk about Dak. We might as well just transition right now.
But I do feel like it's all going to come down to coaching staff and who the head coach is going to be, and an offensive mind, So who has the better head coach is the Saints? The Saints, of course. Yeah, I think there's a rift between Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson with his.
See, but here's my other thing too.
Saints have no cap, bro.
That's what I was gonna say. They have no cap space whatsoever.
That's why
I don't even know. I don't know how they trade for him. All the other teams, I can see it happening because there's definitely ways to make it work.
Right.
I don't know how the Saints do it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to cut your team.
You have to,
And bringing in
Are they
Russ is
willing to
cool
do
and all,
that?
but we saw it with Mahomes. If you have no O-line, and then, we've seen it with Darnold, if you have no talent, you're not going to do anything.
All over again.
It really could be it would probably be like the Seahawks plus a better receiver, because I think Michael Thomas is still good. But let's be real here. Michael Thomas runs a lot of slants, but that's because of Drew Brees. It's not because Michael Thomas isn't good. Like, if you ever watched him play, he's obviously a really good receiver. So, Russell Wilson to Michael Thomas with Russ's deep ball accuracy would be crazy. But I don't know how much of a team you're going to have around it, because I think I genuinely think they're like $80 million over the cap.
Something
like I don't even know how that's
They're
possible.
like that. Them and the Steelers have a terrible cap situation.
Well, yeah, they got to start using the Rams bank account, bro, because like the Rams sign everybody and never have any problems doing it. So I don't know if the Rams are paying somebody off in the NFL office or something, but it's the interesting thing. But CJ, you mentioned it. We can transition into it because we were kind of getting into it anyway. Dak Prescott has not been franchised. He hasn't, signed that new contract extension, that shiny extension. Do we think that Dak is going to be the quarterback of the Cowboys next season? Quando, we'll start with you, bro. As you see, I see the disgust in your face, so I got to ask you about it.
My dog. Oh, about the Cowboys?
Yeah, is that
Cowboys, right? Period. Well, can you reiterate the question again? My bad.
Is Dak the quarterback of the Cowboys next season?
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's the Cowboys' only play right now. Like, and they owe it to him too. On top of that, like,
you're not wrong.
They definitely owe it. Somebody messed up that he didn't get paid.
They're a couple seasons too late, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's also not his fault too. I mean, he got hurt, okay, but how am I supposed to play to my full, capability, and I don't get paid like it, bro?
But listen.
I don't get that has a lot to do with stuff too.
Daquan, look, you pay your wide receiver before you pay the person that's throwing him the ball. So you sign him to a long
and the running back and a defensive end and a linebacker.
So it's just like in his mind, he's like, am I good enough? Like, his confidence must be shot, especially, and then now coming off an injury. I called it last episode, last time I was here, that Dak would not go back to the Cowboys because they're doing him dirty. So I mean,
you think his confidence is shot, or he just coming to the point where he just doesn't want to be in Dallas?
Yeah, where he doesn't want to be in Dallas. Like, the organization has done him dirty. I mean, when you see, like, when Amari Cooper came over, they signed him to an extension to give him all that money, and Dak was put on the franchise tag. It's just like, bro, I'm the one throwing him the ball. The only reason he's having these stats is because of me. And look, they're not even paying basically, the quarterback is the most important position on the team. It's supposed to be the most important position on the team. You're not paying him when he's putting up numbers like that with a head coach that shouldn't be coaching in the NFL, but Giants, thank you. You feel me? That was an amazing pickup by you guys.
Bro, you think Jason Garrett was that good of a pick?
No,
it's sarcastic.
It's sarcastic. I'm glad he went to the Cowboys.
I was making sure.
I'm glad he went to the Cowboys. I like the Giants. I'm glad he went to the Giants.
Magic, though. You can't really see Jason Garrett.
But then look what Jerry Jones does. There was rumors that Aaron Rodgers was calling his own plays in the huddle, and you bring in Mike McCarthy and you sign him as your head coach, and it's just like, bro, we're supposed to be in a win now position, and we're not making win now moves. So
yeah,
I'd leave. Even if they try to give me an extension or whatever, I'd be like, trade me. Screw you guys. I'm signing somewhere else. I'm going to Washington to give you guys hell.
Imagine.
Talent too. They just
listen. At that point, I might actually root for Dak, bro, because I enjoy me some petty moves. I enjoy that. But CJ, what you think?
Yeah, that would be a crazy move. Like I was saying with the Russell thing, they got to be careful trying to inquire about Russell because, again, it's about relationships and not just from Dak, also in that locker room. Also those guys, they ride for Dak, they support Dak obviously, and he got hurt last year, and if you start talking about trying to trade for Russell and trying to get a long-term deal with Dak, it's like you playing the fence there. I just to me it just looks like they don't think he's a long-term option because they could have gave him a deal 3 years ago and
True.
wouldn't even be in this situation.
Probably
now.
for a lot less too.
Yeah, exactly, for a lot less. Now, now it's reports coming from his agent. He wants, less than Mahomes, like a little bit less than Mahomes money. I mean, come on now. Dak is good, but I understand it's the market. But Mahomes making 45, so you're telling me that's like, to me that's 40 mil that he's asking for. So the Cowboys, they put themselves in that predicament. They could have gave him a deal when Goff and Wentz got their deal. That would have been the best move for them, and they would have been good. They would have had 2 years left on Dak's deal. They would have had a fairly favorable deal for them.
I did not know that. I
Right.
didn't know Carson Wentz got a deal with Dak Prescott.
Yeah, when after they went to the Super Bowl, they gave him the $100 million deal.
He didn't even win that Super Bowl.
Well, he played a big part. I mean, he went 11-2 that season.
Yeah, but goddamn.
They thought they had
They
their guy.
he was that boy.
Yeah, they thought they had their guy, but yeah. So it's tricky. It's tricky now. Now you just paid him, I think 34 last year. This year the tag would be 37.5. So, you're getting close to 40 anyway.
You might as well just do it.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. They kind of, they treat him like Kirk Cousins, like how the Washington football team treated Kirk Cousins. They just tag, another tag, and then after a while he was just like, all right, I'm out. I'm gonna go to Minnesota, take all this guaranteed bread. And I really feel like, they have until the 9th to come up with a deal. And then if not, if they don't get a long-term deal, and then they have another they can negotiate again in July. So if they don't get if they tag him in July, then I really feel like this will probably be his last season in Dallas.
Yeah, I think he returns. I think they're gonna end up tagging him. I don't know if they're gonna get a deal done. I think Dak's gonna really try to hold out. But the other thing too is,
You think it's a holdout from the tag?
No, not a holdout from the tag. I think they'll tag him, and then he'll hold out on signing an extension until after the season because I think he wants to try and prove that he can play again, which is risky. It is risky because in a way, this was kind of a holdout year because they didn't give him the deal and they wanted to see what he could do, and he got hurt. So it's obviously a risky proposition, to say the least. Listen, though, all I'll say is if you want $40 million as Dak Prescott, I will gladly show you the door, bro. I will walk you there myself if I'm Jerry Jones, because there is no way I'm giving him $40 million. If you look at his stats, he is fantastic against under 500 teams. And then the minute you cross that threshold, he's not the same quarterback. His interception to touchdown ratio goes down. His win percentage it might be 500 or below against teams that actually are above 500. So let me tell you something. Unless the NFL mixes up their playoff situation and the road to the Super Bowl goes from, best to worst or something like that, and you start playing the bad teams in the playoffs instead, you're not winning.
Well, yeah, Jerry wants to see what's up. This is the perfect year for him to prove that because, again, like we talked about, the division is not great.
Not great ain't even the word.
He could be depending on what happens with Hurts and whether or not the Eagles see him as a future guy. Same thing for the Giants in terms of Daniel Jones. He's easily the best quarterback in the division. So they have the most talent. So if you don't win the division, if you don't win this division, well, them in Washington. In terms of talent, if they don't win the division and go to the playoffs, it's over. So he has a lot to prove. And then also, what is that? Even if he's on the street, what does that look like for other teams that want him? So he's like I said, he's in that Kirk Cousins, Garoppolo, Derek Carr. Like what? Like does he have a ceiling as a quarterback?
I think if he hits genuine free agency, a lot of teams would go after him.
A lot of teams will go after him. You're right. A lot of teams will go after him, but the thing is, like, what's his cap as a player? Like, will he be a guy that is like Super Bowl MVPs?
No.
In that top 5 range, quarterback range, or is he going to be in that 12 to 15, 10 to 15 range, where he's really good, he's going to make good plays, but you got to have elite stuff around him to make it work.
See, here's my problem. You're asking the wrong guy, apparently, because I'm always known as the Dak hater. So I guess I can't answer your question legitimately. But if you're asking me, he's the 10 to 15 area. There ain't no way I would put him top 10. I mean, you got people out here that would put him top 5 and things like that. You're out of your damn mind. But listen, $40 million, and here's my thing. If that's what he gets, you're not putting anything around him. Like, you can't build a team. I believe it was Dustin, from our group chats and over on Unwrapped, put something in the chat the other day that, like, if your quarterback makes over a certain percentage of the cap, you literally just don't win a Super Bowl. Like, it doesn't happen. Like, Brady, all his Super Bowl years, he was made, like, the highest I think he ever made was like 14%. You look at, I'll try to find it, like the actual
grossly underpaid.
But you can't win when your quarterback makes an ungodly amount of money, and that's why people thought I was crazy, and you might still think I am. When Mahomes got that deal, I was like, yo, they better win. I was like, they better win real soon, because their championship window is going to close real fast, because you can't build a team after that.
He took less money though. I mean, he could have really just took for him to take a 10-year deal. They could stretch out that cap.
All right. Yeah, here's the thing. Here it is. Ready? Cap percentage of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Eli had 11.6, Flacco 6.4, Russ in 2013 had 0.4, Brady had 10.6, Manning had 11.6, Brady again at 8.6, Nick Foles had 0.9, Brady again at 12.2, Mahomes at 2.3, and then Brady again at 13.9. So the highest cap percentage was Brady, 13.9 this season. So if your quarterback is all of a sudden making up 15, 20% of your cap, the last 10 years you haven't won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to do that, you got to make sure you got to have a immaculate draft.
Yeah,
that's if you're gonna pay a guy that much, you got to make sure your draft is.
You literally have to go undefeated in the draft. You have to hit every pick.
Right, that's what I'm saying, because there's no way. Yeah, that's exactly. I didn't even really look at it that way, but that's a good point, and it makes sense. Like I said, Brady. That's the main reason why they had so much success. Brady took massive pay cuts, massive.
I mean, I guess you can do that. Giselle out here making $100 million.
His time in New England could have been over much earlier. He didn't sacrifice. So, yeah, it's like I said, the Dallas. Yeah, they didn't need to be in this predicament, but now they are. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens going forward. Some other free agents that just got released. Kyle Rudolph from the Vikings just got cut, and Kyle Van Noy from the Dolphins also got cut. Alex Smith was also on the street as well. Some reports that the Bears are looking at him as an option. He had a relationship with Matt Nagy back when Nagy was offensive coordinator in Kansas City. So, what do you guys think about Rudolph and Van Noy getting released? And what are some of those? What do you think? Which teams do you think will be able to pick him up? I'll start with Connie, and then we go from Quando and then Eli.
Oh yeah, I mean, starting off with Van Noy, what a weird situation. You got like a 4-year, 5-year contract, to come to the Dolphins this season. Then after 1 year, he gets released. I think he got like $30 million guaranteed. So whoever his agent is, shout out, because now he can renegotiate another contract. And then Kyle Rudolph, obviously was never a top 5 type of tight end, but he was always, obviously like a solid tight end. Like he was somebody that you could genuinely go to. So it'll be interesting to see where both of them go. I mean, would I be upset with a little Van Noy reunion? Absolutely not. And then, you look at teams who could probably use that backup tight end, sort of position. Oh, I wouldn't mind Rudolph on the Bills. I kind of like Kyle Rudolph on the Bills. I think it would give them a nice little option. If you wanted to go to the Ravens, give Lamar another tight end to throw to besides Mark Andrews. I like that as well. Listen, he wants to come to the Patriots, he can do that as well. But so yeah, those that's where I can see those two. And the funny thing too is this is where you can get into the argument about contracts and things like that. I saw Trey Wingo tweet out today that Van Noy getting released, and he quoted it and was like, "This is for all the people who say that players should stick out their contracts." Like, it is true. And, I kind of contradict myself because I said I said last week that Deshaun Watson can basically cry about it because if I'm the Texans, I wouldn't trade him. But, Wingo also makes a point where, an NFL team can cut you, trade you, do whatever the hell they want, and nobody ever bats an eye at it. But when a player wants to trade, it's always the end of the world. So it's a tough life out there in the NFL besides, the millions of dollars in fame. So
that's because the reason why that is because the players are closer to the fans.
Oh, absolutely.
Than the team. So you can't go on Twitter and at the owner of the Texans and be like, "Yo, I hate you," try to keep Deshaun.
But you see every week people going on Twitter and atting somebody when they lose their fantasy matchup.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if the fans are a lot closer, the players are a lot closer to the fans in terms of reachability because of social media. So, and just fans just go automatically always gravitate towards the team before the player. It's a weird dynamic, man. It's a weird dynamic when it comes to that.
Laquan, then Alex Smith. I like the Bear situation, but another team that I think would be really cool is actually the Jets. If they're going to end up keeping Sam Darnold, or even if they draft a quarterback, have obviously a veteran Alex Smith who has obviously had success in this league. We saw it with the Chiefs, we saw even with the Niners, and we saw it this year with Washington. Coming off the leg injury, he was still solid. Like, he was 5-1. Like, they did not play bad with Alex Smith. I just think that they just don't want him for some reason. Then again, when does Washington really ever make a good decision? So. It was kind of up in the air, but I like the Bears situation. I also like the Jets. One of those teams that's probably going to have a young quarterback. That's where I want Alex Smith to go, because I really would like him in the mentor type of situation, and also for my own personal self. I don't care. It still scares me to watch him play. Like, I can't enjoy it as much as I really want to because it freaks me out every time he gets tackled, bro. Like, I can only imagine, his wife and his kids watching him play. That's not like he was gonna die.
Yeah, it was
like Alex Smith was literally gonna die or have his leg cut off, something like that. And now he's out there playing football again. Like, comeback player of the year should be named after him and all that. But I want him in that veteran backup role, so I don't got to worry about him going through some stuff like that again because he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
Quando, what you think, bro? Kyle Rudolph, Van Noy, and Alex Smith. What teams do you think will be the best spots for those three guys?
I think Kyle Rudolph should go to. You said he's more. Do you feel like he's more of a backup than a starter?
I think he's a backup on a good team, maybe even a solid team. On a bad team, he starts, and that's not because he's bad. He's just not that good. Like, he's solid. Like, he's your typical middle of the pack player.
Well, he'd be a starter on the Bills.
I say you go to I'm thinking of Buffalo or Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. I didn't even think about that one. I like that. I like that too.
Aaron Rodgers always use a tight end.
Yeah, they got him and Tanyan. That'd be pretty good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a little backup to Tanyan, a little Kyle Rudolph. I like that. No, I didn't even think about that.
Van Noy. I think Creighton Carter. Yeah, I was thinking he'd probably go back.
That little Jamie Collins deal.
Yeah, I think he's like, I mean, like, why not?
I mean, it's where he had his most success. I'll say that.
Why not? Older too.
Yeah, I'll be with it.
I'm with it.
And then what about Alex Smith?
New England can need the help.
Tell me about it.
Yo, we got all our boys coming back though. CJ, you saw that? I know you saw that. Oh, you're not even excited now.
Gotta catch touchdowns.
They're bringing Cam back.
No, stop that. We don't need that. We don't need that in my life.
All right.
I'll take Alex Smith first.
I hear that.
Whoa. I like Alex Smith. Whoa.
Alex Smith. I can see Alex Smith going to being a backup. I can see him actually going to. Well, I was gonna say Miami. Either Miami or or the Jets. I like him going to the Jets. Even the Giants. This is somebody to have like.
Even the Giants. Oh man, I thought my team was bad.
I don't need nobody. I got Jalen Hurts.
You got Danny Dimes, bro.
Yeah,
And listen,
I'm kidding. Danny turnovers.
Anybody who freaking. First of all, he almost had like a 90-something yard touchdown run. And
Man tripped over the ghost of MetLife Stadium.
yeah.
Who bobbles it?
Who bobbles it? Deshaun. Oh man, somebody pick up Deshaun, man.
Yeah. Those are. That's how I feel about that. But definitely, I feel good about. He's definitely gonna be a backup somewhere, though. Sure. Alex is definitely gonna be a backup somewhere. End up being a starter. Too. That's why I said Miami. I don't really like Tua. Like that.
I don't know how I feel about him either, so I feel you.
A lot of people changing the tune on Tua.
See, I didn't change it though. I'll say that I'll stick to my guns though. I didn't like him because of the injuries coming out of college.
Yeah, he looked good. I don't know. I need a full season from him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. I need to see a full year. But now go ahead. That's what. Yeah.
I think I was done.
All right, that's all you, Eli.
Keep it short and simple. Alex Smith, Bears make the most sense. It's just they're kind of in a limbo at wide receiver right now because A-Rob, so it's kind of like, why would I go to a team that's not going to improve really, especially if he wants to be that, if he wants to be a starter, I go to the Bears, but anywhere else, Jets too, but it's just like, you really want to end your career with the Jets, no offense to Jets fans out there. So, Kyle Van Noy, back to the Pats, of course. That's a no-brainer. Most successful there. And Kyle Rudolph, like Quan said, Green Bay is heavy on that list. They're number one. Bills probably two. If a team like I could also see the Panthers. Just the Panthers is another area I'd see him go to and thrive in if he wants to.
I didn't even think about this one either. Too maybe the Raiders pair him up with
Waller. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Raiders. So he's still a starter on some teams. He's in that middle tier of tight ends. He's not like super great at anything, but he's kind of reliable. So. So I'd say Green Bay, man, for sure, because Rodgers is another QB that I'm trying to figure out what he's gonna do, because this past season he had weapons, but a tight end would level up his game because
for sure.
If he's not chasing rings, he's chasing stats. So. That's about it. All
right, we'll move on to the top free agents then. So we'll do it this way instead of just listing them off and then going person by person, saying that. We'll do this. I'll say the name, and then we'll go around where they end up, or the best position that you think for them. I think that's better than going through the whole list and then one person. So we'll do that. We'll start it off. We'll go sort of clockwise. We'll start it with CJ, Eli, Quando, and then we'll finish with me, and then I'll go on to the next person, and we'll repeat the process. First up, we got Shaq Barrett.
I think he stays in Tampa Bay.
Pay cut, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I also think he's staying in Tampa Bay. I don't know why.
But if not, Cleveland.
Somebody gonna throw the bag. Somebody gonna throw the bag at him.
That's what I'm saying. Cleveland they have the cap space. They have the cap space for the bag.
Bro, you imagine Shaq Barrett and Myles Garrett? Stop it.
That'd be perfect for them, man. Like, especially going into the playoffs against a team like the Chiefs, the Bills.
Oof. Listen, I don't want to be in that division. I'll tell you that. Next up, we got another Buck, Chris Godwin.
He's gone.
I think they're gonna tag him.
They're gonna
So
tag.
I think he stays.
You're gonna waste the tag on him.
Got to.
Well, I mean, if you sign Barrett long term, you got to tag.
You can't sign both of them long term.
Yeah, you can't tag both of them. So they just tagged Barrett. They just tagged Barrett last year. Actually they did. I think they did tag. They tagged both of them.
So.
So one of them is not gonna. I think Shaq will probably get the long term bread this year. And you said Godwin's extendable. I mean, it's possible. I say if he doesn't stay, then I could definitely see Baltimore. I could see Indianapolis.
You could replace his production. That's the thing. So obviously,
so you're saying he out of there, Eli?
I'm saying he's out of there. He's out of there for sure.
I think.
I feel like someone's gonna overpay him too.
Yeah.
I think he does leave. I don't know. Oh, man, the best spot for him. I think Baltimore is where he's going to get the most production because they don't really have that top wide receiver, so he would automatically be slotted in number one. So I guess that's technically the best spot for him, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Now we got Allen Robinson.
Hey, Rob.
I'm gonna say the Patriots.
Yeah. Him Galladay, man. Listen.
I mean, I'm not wishing. I mean, it'd be great, but I'm not
you ain't holding your breath. I'll say that.
No, and Bill. Probably just one.
Allen Robinson, Quando. Who you think?
Patriots.
Listen, I'm going to stick with the group just for the good juju out there because I want Allen Robinson on the team. So I'll say it as well.
Yeah, y'all need a. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Bill, if you're watching this,
please, I'm begging you, bro.
You know what to do, man. You know what to do.
Next up, we got Kenny Galladay as well.
Man, right now, any team that needs a number one, Ravens, man. If he goes to the Ravens, oh my gosh! If he goes to the Ravens,
yes, I'm saying, Baltimore for sure.
Yeah, Baltimore, yeah.
How we feel about the Colts? How we feel about the Colts?
Yeah, I like definitely.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, Jacksonville has a lot of cap space. They got to spend it somewhere.
Yeah.
They have some okay guys at wide receiver, but if they were to go wide out, you can get a guy like Galladay, reliable, makes big time catches.
But would Galladay want to go there with how much time he's wasted in Detroit? That's the thing.
It depends on that back.
I mean, the Colts is like that.
Or the Jags. You're talking about the Jags?
The Jags, yeah, the Jags. Like,
I mean, hey, Trevor Lawrence there now?
Oh.
You never know. Some people thinking he the next Elway.
I think a lot of teams are gonna wait for this, to wait and see. They're in a wait and see mode to see what's gonna happen. Because someone's gonna mess up and overpay somebody. I think that's what he's waiting. That's what they're waiting for. They're gonna see like Chris Godwin get paid a whole bunch of money, and they're gonna be like, if he can get paid, why can't I get paid that much? Listen.
If Godwin gets a long-term deal, then everything after that will be
it's like dominoes effect.
Right.
Now we got Levante David, another Buck.
If he takes a short-term deal to try to run it back, Tampa Bay. If not, I mean, like I said, Cleveland. They have a lot of cap space. They could use him definitely at that linebacker position. I mean, if he wants to, I doubt he wants to go to a rebuilding situation like Jacksonville, Tennessee.
Here's my only thing with that.
He'd be a great spot anywhere. He's a great linebacker.
Here's my only thing with that. Like, he got his Super Bowl now.
Right.
Do you chase the bag because you got the Super Bowl and you go to a place like Jacksonville where it's like, all right, you guys want to pay me all this money? I might as well.
He's also 32, so I don't know. He's been on some bad teams already before this year. So I don't know if he wants to run that back. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He might exactly. So I think if he were to like want to get paid and win, you see a team like Tennessee, those teams are like right on the cusp. If it's a couple more pieces, a couple plays that go their way, they could potentially make a solid run. So, Quan, what do you think for Levante?
Levante, I know Tampa Bay is probably going to try everything. They're going to try everything in their power to probably re-sign everybody that they can.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that.
I don't think they can get everybody back.
No, they can't get everybody. So I feel like he's going to walk.
I don't think he's back.
I'll give him. I mean, if Godwin's expandable, I'll give him the tag. Just to keep him around, just to run it back.
And Chris Godwin the tag.
Listen,
you gonna tag Levante David? You're not taking that tag.
No, I ain't tagging Levante.
I'll do it. But he's running back one more time.
That tag would be crazy, bro.
I know that tag will be.
It's like top linebacker money.
Listen, all I'm saying is, I know the Eagles don't have the cap space, but they should literally use every single player they have to sign Levante David because they don't even know what a linebacker looks like.
No, please. They don't even value that position. Terrible. Hello?
Bro, the Eagles, Cowboys,
right.
Eagles cap space, irrelevant.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Literally irrelevant. They can't do nothing. Nathan.
We cut Alshon to DJ is gone.
You got all that dead money with Carson.
All that dead money. Yeah. Carson is just starting a campfire with all that dead money right now. He's laughing right now. He got the last laugh. Watch, he's gonna get the last laugh.
Next up, we got Juju Smith-Schuster, the Twitch god, Mr.
Juju
Corvette.
He's expandable. I feel like he's he's great in the locker room, but I feel like his off the field antics and on the field antics is what's gonna cost him if he's gonna be.
Why y'all hating on the TikTok dances, bro?
Listen. Especially when you draft a beast. You feel me?
Hey, Quanah, hey.
Corvette.
And honestly, Juju's numbers have kind of been mediocre. They were mediocre this past season.
Oh, absolutely. He's not a number one wide receiver.
Yeah, he's not a number one. Yeah, this past season was like,
Nah, he played good.
Were okay.
Nah.
They were okay though. Yeah, they were okay compared to the past 2 seasons.
Let me check.
Yeah, watch his production went down. Like they were okay numbers. Yeah.
I could say for Juju, I'll go. I mean, again, like I said, Patriot Central. So he had 97 receptions, 831, 9 touchdowns. He had a good year. That's not number one. It's not.
It's not number one money.
I see what you're saying. Right.
Exactly. That's what I like to call mid.
But he's 20. He's 24. So he's not even close to like.
But do you see him as an outside threat or just a slot receiver that you're just gonna throw that money at, or he could do everything? So I see him more as a slot, and it's just like, like it's the appeal is not there. Like a Galladay or a Rob, that appeal is like like.
Definitely.
They're number one wide receivers.
Yeah.
Ever since AB left, Juju ain't no number one.
Juju's been like, he's shown flashes, but then it's just like, okay.
I think Juju's resigns. I don't know. I just don't see him going
with that
anywhere.
cap situation though.
Yeah, I don't see it. Pittsburgh's cap is just as bad as the Saints.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, their cap is terrible now. And then Big Ben is trying to prove to everybody
they're 26 in cap. They're 26 in cap at -7. Obviously, Big Ben would have to restructure so they could get.
And I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't even know if Ben's coming back. I really don't think they want him, bro.
There you go. There you go, right there, bro. Like, It's tough, bro. They in the
And
negative.
and the center retired.
Both. Yeah, both.
Yeah, both. Yep.
So I mean, they might have a little maneuverability.
Russell.
I don't know. I said, but what's his asking price?
See, here's my question though: where the hell is all the Steelers' money in? Because all the receivers are young. Their tight end's not that good. I mean, I guess Minka and TJ.
Yeah, the defense
but
is
bro, no way that's all your bread. I mean, David DeCastro, maybe. He's good. He probably got a bag. James Conner, young.
And Ben.
And Ben. Definitely Ben.
Isn't Ben a free agent?
Ben is the...
No, he's not. He got to restructure his deal.
He got to restructure his deal.
Okay.
But I feel like he'd want that bag because he's at the end of his career, so he's trying to milk it.
Listen, he's got his bag. He needs to make sure he hits a punching bag or something because he's one cheeseburger away from a tight end.
You need to go to the Jets.
The Jets.
I think it's Pittsburgh or retire.
Be the new Vinny Testaverde.
You know what it is? Having kind of a Brett Favre situation. Like he should hang it up, but he still wants to play and show that he could play. But it's that time to just let's quits, man.
I'll go off right here. The top 5 in cap space is the Jets.
Damn, Juju to the Jets. That's not bad.
The Jets, the Jacksonville, New England, Denver, Cincinnati. That's the top 5, and then 6 through 10. Yeah, Cincinnati would be that'd be pretty good.
But but Cincinnati, they have a pretty good wide receiver core.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They need to fix that O line. They just
need to fix that O line.
I mean, they got
T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd. They paid Tyler Boyd last year.
Tyler Boyd is
But I mean, hey, listen.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Because AJ Green is washed.
Right, AJ Green is gonna get cut.
Washed.
He's most likely gonna get cut.
I also feel like he didn't play to his potential this season. Like he just,
because he's washed.
I mean, yeah,
I think it's a sad fall, man. That's what I got, man.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. It wasn't graceful either.
Nah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was.
He pulled that Tom Brady clip that Max Kellerman talks about.
Sheesh. And then 6 through 10 is Indianapolis, Carolina, Miami, Washington football team, and the Chargers.
Well, Chargers don't need no wide receivers. They're big chilling, which we'll get into that one.
Surprisingly, the Texans are at 11, and Baltimore's at 12.
But you really, that's enticing to keep Deshaun to play? Like, hey, we're going to give you Juju.
No. Deshaun wants to be Weezy out of there.
That's so disrespectful. Like, yeah, we're going to trade a number 1 wide receiver in D-Hop. We're going to bring in Randall Cobb for you, Now we're going to give you Juju to try to, sweeten it up for the, I guess, the dirt that we've done to you over these past few seasons.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, and then didn't they just isn't David Johnson staying in
Yeah, he just restructured it sort of.
Yeah, he restructured his deal. Like, come on. Like, no. I'm sorry.
Facts.
I'm sorry.
All right, we'll get through the rest
enough.
We'll get through the rest of these fairly quickly. We'll just say the team, and then because I know we got this top 10 wide receiver list that I want to get into that, and I think that might cause a little trouble. So we'll go through the rest of these quickly. Next up, we got Corey Davis. So I guess we'll just say the teams. We'll go in the order: CJ, Eli, and then Quando.
Corey Davis, I'm going New England. Like I said, bro, I'm going to just pick New England every time, bro. At the 3rd most cap space, we need everybody. We need all these guys.
Depending on what their, I guess their draft strategy is. I mean, if they go QB, I'd go to Jets, because they have to. I mean, they have to draft a QB. I mean, New York is a cruel world. So if the Jets don't draft the QB, it's going to be a terrible season for them. So, but bringing in a piece like Corey Davis, and then you have I love Denzel Mims. I'm sorry, he was a beast in college. So he's coming off of I guess he was injured last season. So that would be a very enticing piece for let's say a Trevor Lawrence or a Justin Fields. So that's what I would do. I'll go to the Jets or the Pats. You know, you just have to see what their team's gonna do, their front office is gonna do. Because the Pats, I don't know, that team is I'm sorry, but that team is kind of dog shit right now. Like, you don't know what you guys are gonna do. Like, you guys need everybody. Like, every agent should just go to New England.
Listen,
like,
I've said this. This is what has to happen. The Patriots take all of the cap space and spend it on offensive talent that we already know is good because Bill doesn't know how to draft anybody on offense. And then you draft only defensive players because he can actually do that. Like, it's not that hard, Bill. Let me be the GM, bro. I did it in Madden.
It's just what quarterback are you going to bring in?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question.
Anybody but Jared Stidham or Scam Newton.
Yeah.
So you want Jimmy G back in New England?
No.
Well, no, I don't want that either.
No.
Okay. And I know you.
Listen, if it was up to me, I would have went 0-16 this year and picked Trevor Lawrence. It would have been fine with me.
Trade the whole team, get Deshaun Watson.
I've said that too. I'll trade Bill Belichick's grandkids, his dog, wife, all that.
Get Deshaun Watson.
You're not gonna do that, bro. He loves draft picks for some reason.
Idiot. All right. Well, we'll move it on. I got Corey Davis going to our boys as well, CJ. Now we got AB. I think he somehow stays with Tampa Bay because he owes Tom Brady a career.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Tampa Bay. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay.
Now we got.
We might have a breakout year too. Watch.
Now we got Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman's.
He a free agent?
He is a free agent.
He needs
to go. He's going to a contender. It's kind of similar to that. I guess that Josh Norman situation. You know, he's okay to have on the team, but he needs to. He's not that number one corner anymore. He just needs to.
Where what's that team that got the black coach now? that Richard Sherman, like, he was like praising.
Jets. The Jets. Robert Salah. Yeah. I mean, it sounds.
It makes sense.
It's a good fit, but does he want to rebuild?
Yeah,
like I said, he got his Super Bowl end bag, so maybe he takes that veteran leadership role. He loves Salah.
He does. They have the most cap space, so.
If I was Richard Sherman, I'm going to the Colts,
signed,
bro.
And then he's getting cut.
Yeah.
I training camp.
Yeah.
If I'm Richard Sherman, I'm going to the Colts.
That's a good team to retire on.
Why not? Yeah. And then let's see. Now we got another corner, Pat Pete.
Cut. And cut by the Cardinals.
Of course.
Man. I like Miami. Him and Xavier Howard.
I do like that as well.
One of those teams that.
I'd say Green Bay, man. Kevin King
They got enough cap for that.
Yeah, him and Jair. That'd be pretty good. What's their cap? They're 27th in cap.
I mean, he's on the tail end of his career. I'll take a veteran's minimum.
You think Pat P taking a veteran's minimum?
Hell yeah.
Nah.
I mean, you gotta put age into that.
If he's gonna take a vet minimum, might as well just stay in Arizona.
Facts. Because I think that's the only reason they're cutting him for that money. But we'll finish it off. Hunter Henry, Patriots all the way.
Oh, you. Yeah. Because he.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys need a tight end, of course. You get. Yeah. He just has to stay healthy, man.
I can see him on the Jets. I can see him on the Jaguars. So they got a lot of money. They got to use it somewhere. So they get some talent around Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be crucial to his success, especially he's not going to be on a high. His contract's not going to be a lot, as opposed to top quarterback money. Still a rookie. So getting a guy like Hunter Henry, reliable. You need a tight end. Young QBs need tight ends.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right. That's the free agents. we'll go into the last thing real quick. Our top 10 wide receivers right now. I know it'll cause some arguments. I say we'll keep the same order. CJ, who's your top 10, bro?
All right, number 10. I mean, listen, like, you know, he came back. He came back late to the league, but I still feel like he's one of the best. As long as he's playing, he's still one of the best in the league. So people are gonna probably argue with me, but I got Antonio Brown 10. I feel like any given day he can be higher. like so, especially if they don't keep Godwin, he's gonna be. We're gonna see why he's one of the best in the league. Great route runner, great after the catch, makes all the plays. I mean, had a touchdown in the Super Bowl, had 2 touchdowns in the playoffs in total. So he's a dog, man, and good to see him back. And I'm in the league. So I got Antonio Brown 10, 9. I got Mike Thomas. Had a little bit of a down year with the injury, but you know he's still a really good wide receiver. Not the fastest guy, but you know short, intermediate, could break some tackles and get some touchdowns. Has one of the best hands in the league, so I got him at 9. 8, I got Mike Evans at 8. Big play wide out. Can make all the plays. Obviously took a step back last year. It was about sacrifice, trying to win the bowl. So, but he's still one of the best in the league. 7, I got AJ Brown. I think good guy like Tannehill. You know, Tannehill's above average QB. He's making all the plays. I feel like his productivity is right up there with DK. And everybody talks about DK. Nobody talks about AJ Brown. So I feel like he's one of the most underrated guys and wide outs in the league. So I got AJ Brown at 7. I got the Cheetah at 6. Tyreek Hill. Breakaway speed. Underrated route runner in my opinion. I feel like this year if they want to have some success, you know, they gotta especially if their O-line is not up to par, do some short intermediate routes and just let him break tackles and take it to the crib. So I think where he came from is being a punt returner. His career is kind of like AB's a little bit, like how it started as a punt returner, special teams, then just got better every single year. I see that trajectory for Tyreek. So I got him at 6. 5, I got Julio. Still a dynamic guy. Had a little bit of injury last year, but red zone threat. It's still weird to me how he doesn't have like 100 touchdowns by now in his career. He had like 6 touchdown seasons, 4 touchdown seasons. It's just crazy how they weren't able to scheme him up to get him at least 10 plus touchdowns in multiple seasons. Matt Ryan, Steve Carsegian, all those guys. Yeah, it's the OC, a lot of that. But I still got him top 5. 4, I got Keenan Allen, one of the best route runners in the league. One of the most underrated guys. Wide outs in the NFL. Make all the plays. You saw he had great chemistry with Justin Herbert. I think that's going to continue to grow as Herbert gets better. And he's a big time player. And I got him at 4. 3, I got Stephon Diggs. Had a breakout season. You could honestly put him 2. He was all pro this year. So, seeing how he was able to play, being the number 1 guy, a lot of people had questions. Was it Thielen? Was it Diggs? I think, both of those guys are, equally as good. But for Diggs to have such a breakout year playing with Josh Allen in Buffalo, a lot of expectations, and he lived up to it. A great route runner, could make all the catches. So I got him at 3. Number 2, I got D-Hop, make all the catches. Just one of the best. One of the best, yeah. It was close. One of the best hands in the NFL, for sure. Teaming up with Kyler, they had a really good year. Only 6 touchdowns. I think that's going to only continue to grow this year coming up. But had the yards, had the receptions. Obviously, he's a beast. At number 1, I got Devontae Adams.
Yep.
I think I feel like him and Keenan Allen. But you could I'd probably put Tay Adams number 1 when it comes to route running. His probably the best release in the NFL. You can't touch him as soon as the ball snapped. Makes all the catches. His chemistry with Rodgers is perfect. They make plays every single time, especially in the red zone. So I'm going with that's my top 10.
I love it. We're going. Who we got next? We got Eli next.
Yeah. I'd like to piggyback off of CJ. I'd have AB at 10. You know, it's after everything he's been through. You know, he's still a high productive player. At 9, I'd probably have A-Rob.
It's a lot of good guys, man. It's a lot of good guys. It's tough to do 10.
Are we going off this past season or just in general? Because
I went off this. I kind of like mixed it up. Like I mainly went off this past season. Like Julio didn't have a great season.
Yeah, because Julio, you always have to put him in top 10, no matter like what. Like I'd even put it in the ladder of the top 5. You know, because he's a one of a kind player. You know.
100%.
There's route running, speed, and then hands. He's just the perfect combination of everything. So he's a higher up in the list. But damn, if it's based off the season, oh man. All right. Can I start at 1 and go down?
Yeah, do whatever
I'll
you
start at
want.
1 and go down. All right. So of course I'd have Devontae Adams because his release, and then it's like a 1A 1B. I'd have D Hop at 2. Probably Keenan Allen at 3 because Keenan Allen is super underrated. I feel like a lot of he doesn't get the respect he deserves. It's just the injuries. I'd put like Michael Thomas and then Julio's like right under, you know, because after that Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, and as you get down to the ladder, I'd do like Stephon Diggs and stuff like that. But if it's I don't know because Diggs had a great season, so I don't know. It's hard. I'm kind of conflicted, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I put Diggs at 6. I'm sorry because I can't let him slip past 5 because there's a lot of. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. There's too many wide receivers. It's a lot of guys. Some guys are on crap teams. Like A-Rob is on a crap team, and he should still be put in that top 10 list. Odell too. Even though Odell got I'd say Odell's a top 10 wide receiver, healthy. So it's just it's a lot of factors, injuries, quarterbacks that they play with. It puts that list under like extreme scrutiny. I guess the top 5 would be Devontae. I can only say top 5: Devontae, D Hop, Michael Thomas. If we're going off last year, Diggs, and then I'd probably do. Damn, I'm lost. I forgot who I said.
So Julio?
Oh, yeah, and Julio. Yeah, those would be my top 5, yeah. After that, it's like it could be anybody's spot, really. Daquan.
All right, Quando, it's all you, bro.
Okay. If you don't put Julio in your top 5, then you're insane.
I got Julio like number 4. That man is just crazy, bro. All right, I'm gonna start on one. I'm gonna do first to last. First, I got Devontae. Second, I got D Hop. Third, I got Stephon. Those 3 right there, I just feel like last year he's had crazy ass years. D Hop only dropped 1 pass. Oh yeah, he only dropped 1 pass.
Insane.
Out of like, I think 101 targets or something like that. That's ridiculous. Devontae Adams, Ocho Cinco cried at his route running.
Yeah, I see
that just tells you right then and there about his ability.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't even about speed. It's about the route running and the release and getting open. Like, that man is just a monster. 4, I said I had Julio. 5, Michael Thomas. I don't really like Michael Thomas like that, but 5, Michael Thomas. 6, Odell. A lot of people forget.
Hey, Quan, I have a question for you, Quan. So you're choosing Michael Thomas over Keenan Allen, route running wise?
My bad, I forgot about Keenan Allen. I'm gonna put Odell at 7. Just because I feel like he was hurt, but also he put up his first 1,000-yard season in what, 2 years or something like that. Since he got hurt,
the year before, right?
Yeah. All right, so well, he's up there too.
Well, y'all got DK at.
DK put up hella numbers last year too.
But it's too early though for DK. You know, like he needs to put some.
How many touchdowns did he have? Like 14?
I know, but he still need. I don't know because a lot of people on social media comparing him to Calvin, and that's very disrespectful.
DK wasn't even supposed to be this good though.
That's very disrespectful.
Nah, that is disrespectful.
DK wasn't even supposed to be this good. It's too big.
I mean,
Yeah, 10 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, 10. Oh, that's still good.
Oh,
13
so Eli
yards.
dipped.
Nah, he probably come back. You got 8 to 10.
8 to 10, bro. I got. It's tough.
I feel like we got to have the Family Feud music behind us.
I had a whole list I had wrote. I'm gonna go with the dome. But I had Mike Evans. And Mike Evans and shoot, it's tough. It's tough. I like Tyreek Hill last.
Okay. All right, I got mine. Easy money right here. 1, we're gonna go Adams. 2, we're going D-Hop, obviously. 3, we're going Diggs. 4, Keenan Allen. 5, Mike Evans. 6, Michael Thomas. 7, Tyreek. 8. Oh wait, I forgot Julio. Shit, I forgot Julio. All right, so now we're going Julio 6. We're going Julio 6. So that means 7 Hill, 8 Michael Thomas, 9. We're gonna go Calvin Ridley. 10. I'll go DK. It's not. I mean, bro, people forget about how good Calvin Ridley was, bro.
Yeah, Calvin's a beast.
Like Julio did not play this year.
On Falcons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julio didn't play this year, and Calvin Ridley stepped up big.
Yeah, he did.
So
He's a
that's
great
my
player.
top 10 as well. I think we might tweet this out on the NFL page. We'll tag everybody below, see what everybody thinks about it, because I think it's going to be a fun conversation starter, to say the least. Maybe future reference we'll go down the other positions, say our thing, CJ, with some more of our guests. So we'll see what's good. But listen, I think we've been on for a little minute right now. Unless anybody else got something else, we'll wrap it up. Thanks to sponsors and head on out.
Sounds good.
All right,
Yeah,
so
about to eat.
make sure if you're into the betting world, you head over to MyBookie, mybookie.ag. Use code USN100 to double your first deposit up to $1,000. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, we got a lot of stuff going on. NBA, NHL, races, fights, baseball's coming back. So if you want to bet on something, they basically have it. You can bet on who's going to make the cameo appearance in WandaVision this week. So if you want to bet on something, go ahead and do it. Make sure you check out MyBookie. Then with your winnings, of course, because you'll be a professional bettor, head on over to RxHemp. RxHemp-USN saves you 10% on your entire order as well. They have the CBD creams. So if you're a little sore from the gym, shoveling snow, anything of that nature, make sure you go check them out. They'll make you feel right in the morning when you wake up. Head on over as well to to Teespring/stores/Unwrapped. Check out the merch. Me and CJ got a little redesign coming for the hard count merch. We're gonna figure some stuff out there, then kind of relaunch it. But if you want to get the OG stuff right now, hey, I ain't gonna stop you from spending your hard-earned money on your boys either. So check out the Unwrapped store. We got Unwrapped merch. I got a sweatshirt, sticker, everything. We got everything. If you're a California weirdo and wear fanny packs, we got those too. So make sure you check that stuff out, and then check out the store for all the shows: Hard Count, Backstop Banner, Gen Z, Saturday Standouts, Ladies First, Keeping It Blunt, Business Casual Basketball. Oh gosh,
So, Ladies First, right?
I did say what's the Yes, damn it, I wanted to get that one. Count the Bucket, People's XFL. We got a bunch. We basically have everything. So if you enjoy a show on this network, make sure you go check out the merch for it as well. And then finally, the Patreon. $1, you're supporting the squad, telling us you're rocking what we're doing over here. $5, you get entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway. You get 10% off the store I was just talking about. And you also get access to our Discord chat. You're like an honorary Unwrapped member, so why not? And then $10, you get everything I just said, except the 10% goes to $20, and you get entered into a signed, piece of memorabilia, we'll say, because, we've had jerseys these first 2 months, both NFL. We might have helmets. We might have cars. That's a big thing right now. Switch up the sports as well. Maybe do some baseball stuff here and there, basketball, whatever. But if you want a signed piece of memorabilia, sign up for that $10 tier. You get entered into that. But that's all for the sponsors. We will start it with our guests. Quando, what you got for the people before we go? You got any plugs or anything like that? Tell the people where they can find you.
Yes, you do, so it could show that you had two instead of you ordered one.
EJ was talking.
And you take the picture.
I'm on Instagram and Twitter. I'm also a music artist myself.
Skeeter Gang.
No, not Skeeter Gang, bro. Nah, you can find me on Instagram at young_Quando. Pretty much do everything. Race cars, anything to do with sports. I'm into. CJ will make sure he tells y'all that for sure. I will be back on the show. I'm a little out of pocket right now, but but definitely hit me up on social media, Young Quando. Answer anybody's questions. Interested in doing any work. I got merchandise. I actually have a whole brand too. I forgot it's called Takeoff Apparel. We got hoodies, t-shirts. We do custom designs. Yeah, just hit me up.
Yes, sir. Eli, what you got?
I have nothing. They suspended my Twitter, so I guess I was angry tweeting the Eagles too much, spam tweeting them. That's what they got me for, spam tweeting. So I really
this
have
man's riding the struggle bus right now, bro.
Yeah, I definitely am. Just man, if you got P4 or P5, man, at the PSN, don't want no ravioli, DNT, WNT ravioli. No ravioli. Play 2K, Madden, Call of Duty, whatever.
Give me the formioli.
That's about it. But yeah, Twitter, it's clipped for me. I'm banned. So.
Yeah. CJ.
Garda Podcast. Catch me on Twitter. That handle right there, CJ_James9. NBA Top Shot, CJ versus the World. Hit me up on Twitch, CJ versus the World. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, sir. As for me, busy man in the unwrapped world.
Kanye Smith.
That I don't know why it makes me laugh every time you say that. But Monday's Generational Sports 7 Eastern next week. Hopefully, I'm praying right now to whatever Lord's above. We're supposed to have Trey Wingo on the show. So for all my football fans out there, or anybody that likes the sports world, Trey Wingo is supposed to be on the show next week live. So pull up to the show, have your questions ready. I'll have a nice little interview with him. So make sure you check that out. Monday, 7 Eastern, Generational Sports. Tuesday, obviously, I do this with my boy CJ. CJ bringing on all his friends. I'm going to have to find some. Make CJ making me look lonely out here, bro. CJ got a new friend every week.
Yeah, we need at least 10 people in here next time.
I mean, damn, we might have to.
Team,
but
man.
So make sure you check this out. Check out the pod as well. We're trying to get consistent with that. Upload it directly the next day so you guys don't miss out on anything if you missed the live show. And then Thursday, I got Backstop Banter as well. Everything baseball. So if that's your thing, make sure you check that out. That is Thursday at 10 Eastern as well. Available everywhere. Also, Twitch is Anthony. Twitch is Anthony_Conover as well. I put all the podcasts up there. Some game and stuff as well, obviously. So a little Warzone, when MLB The Show comes out, your boy better be, ranked number 1 in the world. The vibes. And then, yeah, check out the Twitter, Anthony Conover _, and then Gen Z Sports for the pod. But yeah, like I said, just support the pods everywhere. They're available everywhere. You know, you get your podcasts. You can also support the pod for as little as 99 cents a month. You get the little support tab. You can choose your amount, 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. So if you want to support the boys, you like what you're hearing, we would greatly appreciate that as well, to say the least. So
Definitely.
That's all I got. CJ, a pleasure as always. Eli, Quando, thank you for joining us. We will see you guys